There is an old saying that was taken from a play that was written by some dude named Bill Congreve in the year of our Lord 1697. Outside of our former fearless leader Johnny B. Biden, the rest of us were not alive to hear the saying in this play, but it is a line that is still applicable today, nearly 400 years later. The play written by William Congreve, it was called The Mourning Bride, and the famous line is, "Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned." Unfortunately, Target chose to learn what the wrath of American women feels like the hard way. And here we are, 2.5 years later, and Target has never recovered. Headline at CNBC. Target cuts 1,800 corporate jobs in its first major layoff in a decade. These layoffs are coming after Target decided to fire their CEO. Well, Casey, that's not true. Target CEO decided that he wanted to quit. His last day with the company's gonna be in February. He's proud of his 11 years of dedicated service. Yeah. I'm sure he just decided to quit, since it's perfectly normal to quit a job that's paying you $20 million a year. This dude was making $20 million a year, and his primary achievement was butchering the cash cow. Under the leadership of Brian Cornell, Target committed the unforgivable sin. Now, in the Bible, there is only one sin that is unforgivable. Believe it or not, it's not murder, it's not adultery, or anything related to violence. According to the Bible, the only sin that cannot be forgiven is blasphemy. And it's not a single blasphemous event, it's a sustained period of rejecting Jesus that eventually hardens your heart to his forgiveness and his salvation. That is the only sin in the Bible that cannot be forgiven. Unfortunately for Target, there seems to be an additional unforgivable sin in American culture. 2.5 years ago, Target broke the one rule that you cannot break. Hey, Target, leave those kids alone. May 2023, Target was feeling a bit ambitious. Even though Woke Christmas is celebrated in June, Target wanted to expand the holiday. They decided to start preparing for the gay pride in May. When mothers walked into Target in May of 2023, not only were they encouraged to taste the rainbow, they were also greeted by Chad Thundercock as he was modeling tuck-friendly bathing suits. Naturally, the kids had questions. Mommy, why is that man wearing a bikini? And what's that thing down there that's poking out? In their infinite wisdom, Target decided to market and promote the gay pride to children. They had children's books promoting pride. Come along, kids, join Roscoe as he tastes the rainbow. They were offering tuck-friendly bathing suits in sizes that could only be worn by children. And obviously, they had Chad Thundercock modeling the bathing suits. Naturally, mothers across America were outraged. They were pissed off. My wife loved shopping at Target. It was one of her favorite stores. But ever since they tasted the rainbow, she has refused to shop at Target. Apparently, she's not the only one, because here we are 2.5 years later, and Target has never recovered. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. Link to the second channel in the description below. Earlier today on the second channel, talked about NBA ratings for their debut on NBC. You could not have scripted a better start to the NBA regular season. 2 excellent games Tuesday night to start the year. A star was born on Wednesday as Victor Wembanyama put on a show. The problem is, no one is talking about it because, once again, the NBA can't get the hell out of their own way. I explain why it's unlikely that the NBA can maintain this momentum. So if you haven't already, click the link in the description below, subscribe to the second channel. Yesterday afternoon, Target announced that they were eliminating 8% of their workforce. Over 1,000 people, mostly at the corporate office in the Islamic Republic of Minneapolis, have lost their jobs through no fault of their own. Seriously, I feel bad for some of these people. They lost their jobs because their employer decided to embrace Wiener. 1,000 people lost their jobs, along with 800 open positions that will no longer be filled. I'm sure when this boycott initially started, I'm sure Target thought that this would blow over. I'm sure they thought the outrage would subside and mothers would return to buying their incredibly shitty products. As it turns out, Target was actually half right. The outrage did subside. The news cycle moved on. Vast majority of people had forgotten about Target sponsoring the Butt Bongo Festival. However, mothers did not forget. More than likely, they will never forget. Like I've told you guys before, and you guys know this, people never forget how you make them feel. And this is especially true with women. Women are emotional thinkers. They often lead with their emotions and then ask questions later. Earlier this year, my wife was upset with me. I don't care about birthdays. Even when I was a child, I never cared about my own birthday. Every year, and she's already been asking this year because my birthday is about a month away. But every year, my wife asks me what I want for my birthday. And every year, I tell her that the only thing I want is silence. Let me watch the NFL on my birthday in peace. Even though I don't care about my birthday, birthdays are very important to my wife. Her birthday is in May, but going into her birthday this year, she made it a point to tell me that she didn't want anything. We were paying out the ass to have the house remodeled in June. That's why we spent several weeks in Nashville over the summer. Couldn't live in the house while they were remodeling it. We were paying out the ass to get that done. So for months leading up to her birthday, my wife drilled into me that she didn't want anything. I'm always telling her to be direct. I'm always telling her that I am not a mind reader. If something is bothering you or if you want something, just say it. Just tell me. And to her credit, that is exactly what she did leading up to her birthday. She told me repeatedly she didn't want anything, and like the dumbass that I am, I made the mistake of listening. All my young men out there, let Uncle Casey give you some valuable advice. When your wife or your girlfriend, when they tell you that they don't want anything for their birthday, that's really code for, you better get me something. That was, 5 months ago? Anytime a birthday is mentioned, I get to hear about the time that I followed my wife's strict demands and didn't buy her a gift for her birthday. The point is, she's never forgotten. 5 years from now, she will still remember. Because women never forget how you make them feel. And that's especially true if those feelings are negative. Target committed the sin of making women feel unsafe. They no longer felt safe shopping at Target. More importantly, They no longer felt safe taking their children to Target. Disney has made the same mistake, and like Target, Disney has never recovered. Towards the end of April 2023, Target shares were trading for around $160 a share. 1 month later, after they had fully embraced the wiener, shares were trading for $130. Fast forward to today. Target shares are now worth less than $100. The company's lost over 40% of its value in 2.5 years. To make matters worse, Target has also pissed off the wanker spankers. A while back, they announced that they were reversing their LGBTQIA policies. Well, KC, were the plus and @ identifiers included in this reversal? Yeah, damn right they were. This past woke Christmas, Target did not participate in the gay pride parades. So you had a situation where they were already being boycotted by the average mom. And now, Target was being boycotted by the woke wanker spanker who was pretending that he could get pregnant and be a mother. This is why it is so critical for these organizations not to be political. Target's primary goal is to get customers inside the store. Race, gender, sexual orientation, religion, ethnicity, political affiliation, none of that should matter. The only color that matters is green. When you align yourself politically, and this is true whether you align yourself with Republicans or Democrats, when you align yourself politically, you alienate half of your potential customer base. You automatically piss off half of your customers. Then, if you reverse your policy like Target did, you piss off the other half, which leaves you with no customers. This is what politics is designed to do. Politics are divisive by design. If you're a corporation, especially if you're a retailer, it doesn't make sense for you to get involved. And as is often the case, the people paying for Target's mistakes had nothing to do with the decision. The people losing their jobs are innocent, but they're the ones who have to pay for it. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys tomorrow.